Howdy there, folks, and welcome back to the Italian Empire in 1915. So, the Italian military is trying to take the Balkans. That's gonna go well. I designed a ship or two before we started. I had my older era of battleships, which I'm gonna have to slowly get rid of because they're just not gonna be that great. Then I decided to continue my Italian naming schemes. Panzerotti is what the Italians call the Hot Pocket. I know it's not what they call the Hot Pocket. It is what the Hot Pocket is ripping off. But this is my nod of a pocket battleship. Now, on paper, this is a heavy cruiser at 12,500 tons displacement. However, it is a pocket battleship, much like Panzerschiff, because everything has 7 inches of armor, which for this period is really fucked up. So, what I'm going to slowly do is replace my older battleships with newer 35,000 ton battleships, and then I'm going to replace a lot of my line ships, everything else I've been using, with Panzerotti, my little pocket battleships. Now, I also have the Macaroni, which is my destroyer, which is relatively modern for 1915, even though it sea handles very poorly. I think that it wobbles like flan. If you put this in heavy chop, it would just explode. The whole thing would not do well. You'd put it in a modest swell and the boat would just disappear. It would just dive under it like a surfer. It just poof, gone. So I have 21 battleships, which is way too many, and I need to slowly maneuver myself into not being a battleship-centric force. I need to slowly make my navy less crap. However, other countries love the macaroni. They love the Italian pasta, which is exactly what I intended it for. So 21 battleships. We have 13 battleships being built right now. Or not 13 battleships, 13 ships being built. The Beefaroni is the backbone of my new fleet. But what I need to do is I need to get rid of my older ships first. So I'm going to scrap the 2 wide toms. People will cry. It's okay. I will make a new wider tom. There will be a newer, wider tom, I assure you. I assure you that I will make this happen. But we need to do some bit of engineering first. I'm also trying to make sure my monthly balance doesn't exceed too much in the negative. Part of this game is maintaining a certain GDP growth. You have to optimize your economy. Now, it looks like the Soviet Union's trying to invade Ukraine, which is owned by the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and ever since the Austro-Hungarian Empire lost all of their ports, save for Odessa, this is hilarious. Which is really none of my business, because the Austro-Hungarians decided that they were better than Italy. And what's kind of funny is you end up with this kind of actual naval interplay that does happen. This is kind of the defining thing of the Austro-Hungarian Navy, is to defeat the Italian Navy. That is their rival. For the longest time, and it starts down here, Little Straits of Otranto. I believe that is the name. I'm not really good with Italian, because I'm from Texas, so whenever I try to pronounce Italian, it always comes out as buongiorno, you know, not very good. Gorlami. Oh no, Austro-Hungary threatened us with war again. I agreed to the war so I could have more naval budget. And I'm also going to see if I can't seize Odessa. I know that sounds fucked up, but what are you going to do about it? I'm just going to go take Odessa. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take... Yeah, alright. Let's go take Odessa before the Soviets do. Because fuck them. Alright, here we go. Let's just go out here. Let's do it before the Soviet land forces do. And then we can have Italian Ukraine. My Ukrainian friends are probably going to get really mad. I'm just going to tell them, guys, look at the bright side. Pasta. All the pasta. And, you know, that's not so bad. It's a lot of pasta. You get all this pasta. There'll be, you know, food and parties. Alright, a train's coming, so you might want to cut around this as I slowly deploy my battleship fleet to the Soul. Oh my god. Alright, so the Croatian ports are actually really beautiful, and a lot of the Austro-Hungarian fleet was based out of Pula here, historically, which is not great because the Italian Navy could just pretty much sit down here at the heel of the boot and watch them come. That's why this blockade in World War I was so very effective. They maintained this blockade with, I believe, like 45 to 50 fishing trawlers. And they just had them pull nets. And they just waited there. And yeah, some of the submarines got through, but they just waited there, and anytime problems happened whatsoever, all they had to do was call the Allied forces and big ships would show up. So they just had to sit there with a bunch of little boats and just basically run figure eights and be a bunch of weirdos. And it worked out quite well. Alright, so the Soviet Union's trying to take land forces here. The Italian army is trying to push into Austria and Hungary. It's not going to happen. And I would be surprised if they did it. Okay, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but let's file that under probably not. Let's file that under no, right? Let's have that under no. 17 months till the beefaroni is ready, and I'm gonna see how long I can keep these things in action, because Grey Feathers in the Black Pants Legion, who is Greek, has managed to maintain ships from like 1908 through successive refits as late as like the 30s. So I just imagine that their navy's like, please let it die, and it's like, no, it needs yet another refit. No, it needs to run on diesel now. Alright, so let's go there. And yep, see, we're selling macaroni classes. We're selling them. Now we're going to invade Ukraine. Now, what I need to do is I'm just going to take Ukraine with my battleship fleet, which will be hilarious because the Soviet Union won't have it then. And then I can slowly... If the Soviet Union gets mad, I can slowly take the rest of it from them. But I now have a second port I can operate out of. So if I get bottled up in the Adriatic and Ionian Sea, I can sit up here and, you know, be a cool guy. I'll have another fleet. Wow. The Red Cross, we do not negotiate with our enemy. Excellent. The economy is booming. Excellent. So let's boost that GDP. Ah, finally, a fight. Now let's go fight the Austro-Hungarian Navy. The Austro-Hungarian Navy, in historical terms, was denied a chance to do anything really spectacular. The sinking of the St. Istvan is pretty much the culmination of the end of their naval building program. They had a few attempts at getting some major battles in during World War I. They did a lot of raids on that blockade, but most of it was very, very ineffective. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, rolling coal. San Giuseppe. These are all of my discount battleships. But they got big enough guns, and that's all that matters. Then they got plentiful secondaries, so I can just pelt people with rocks and have them die. Alrighty. My guys are doing some range-finding math. By range-finding math, I mean they're guessing. Man, it would be hard to see on the last ship in line here. You'd be the guy in the back and you'd be like, you know, wouldn't be great. Oh yeah, look at that guy. He's coming out of formation to try to launch some torpedoes at us, but this is 1915. Oh no, that might actually be one of their big boys. Holy crap, he's got a lot of guns. He has too many guns. He's healing over from guns. Alright, that's it. Here we go. Let's sink their battleship, shall we? Come on, Italy. Do some math. Score some fucking hits. Bounce. They almost got that math right. They're bracketing him. Alright, I need to start concentrating on torpedo boats here in a minute. I'm getting some hits. Ow. Bounce. Doing some overpin. He's sinking at the bow, but... Oh, wow. Starting to punch through into other frames. Alright, now I need to concentrate on them little guys, because they're going to make a torpedo run on me. But I don't care, because these are the older battleships. Oh shit, I sank his battleship. You lose, sir. Any second now, torps. Alright, we're gonna hard over. Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, here they come. I got torpedo beats, baby. Sick Italian drifting skills. If I have any Italian fans, they're gonna be down in the comments making, praising and swearing at me. I have a few Italian friends, they do that. When I do good as Italy, they're very happy. When I do bad as Italy, they blame me for everything, including the fall of the Roman Empire. I wasn't around for that one. Alright, we got another one. Let's turn in. No, I drift. You no hit me. Conga line formation, boys. They're gonna probably try shooting a few more torps at me. But so far, it appears my okay battleships are pretty okay. Gotta turn in again. That one might be smart. Alright. Gotta turn, gotta turn, gotta turn. I might take this one. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, right on the nose. Looks like I got flooding in 3 compartments. However, this turning is gonna avoid more damage. Let's hope damage control can get the job done. I'm gonna try to cut between these 2 ships here. My batteries are giving it to them. Oh man, he took a torpedo too. I win! Glory to Italy. 118 men dead to 4,000 dead. 0 and 7. Oh man, that's the good shit. That's what you get when you fight the Italian Navy. You fight me, I make the accident happen. Italians are really terrifying to me because older Italians have this way of saying that is just really, really poetic and menacing at the same time, and I think it's brilliant. Some people get more frail. As they get older, Italians get more fierce. Oh, they want to surrender. No! Give me your country. I want your last ports. I need no adversaries. Wow. And that one battle helped me sell some more destroyers. So it looks like my guys are moving out of Serbia, Montenegro. Bosnia is still owned by Austria-Hungary. So we're going to try to take all of this away from them because we need it. We need it for personal reasons. Now, I'm hoping that the rest of my navy is capable of actually landing land forces, and that the land forces are capable of, once landing, getting ashore and doing really good work. This is a lot of ifs and hoping. This falls into taking things on blind faith. This is not what I would like to call strategic planning. I'm just hoping I have enough rowboats that I can get into Odessa and then take over Ukraine from Austro-Hungary. Austro-Hungarian Ukraine would be a really interesting what if. A lot of good ports, a lot of resources here, so it is a what if. But I don't mean to bash too much on Austro-Hungary, because it was a very brief country, really. The Two Crowns, I think, is like, what, 1864, 1868 to 1918? It's not a very long-lived nation. and its naval aspirations were very briefly realized. They did a lot of building in a very short amount of time. So I don't want anyone to think that, you know, they made catastrophic errors. It's just that it takes generations to build the naval know-how to achieve things. You can't just have a naval tradition in a year. You have to build a naval tradition over a long, long period of time. All right, looks like my shipbuilding capacity is at capacity, which is unfortunate because I could probably use more capacity. In 14 months, I will have the Beefaroni class, and I will be able to retire all of my older battleships, and then I will start mass producing my Panzerschiff, which is pretty much the boat of choice, I think, for what I'm intending. I'm not trying to build a giant navy. I am just trying to build an OK one. The idea of a Panzerschiff originally comes out of trying to classify whatever the fuck the German state was building to get around treaty restrictions. Some people still say it's a armored heavy cruiser. Some people say it's a pocket battleship. The Germans called it Panzerschiff, and in reality, it's one of those things that straddles the line. Really good idea, though. You have battleship scale weapons on a cruiser with good speed, range, and maneuverability that can operate with a fleet or by itself, but it's basically a commerce raider that can go around and do whatever it wants. Kind of ahead of its time, and a really interesting design. Certainly not something you would want to take in a grand fleet like World War I and go smash another country because it doesn't have the armor to withstand, you know, a lot of bang-bang. But operating on its own or with destroyers or cruisers, a really versatile ship design. And so these sorts of vessels really have some appeal to naval planners, especially when you start looking into should we build more battle cruisers or more battleships. And then from that argument, you get the fast battleship. Looks like Japan wants to fight, and I'm going to tell them they can fuck off. So we're now fighting Japan. So we're going to have a war over who has better noodles. I'm going to tell my guys to, yeah, I'll just auto-resolve that. They sent out a ship as a sacrifice, more or less, so I will bury them with honors. Looks like the rest of their fleet is down by Port Said and Alexandria, probably trying to guard the canal there against something. That's none of my business, because they're not at home. Another detachment looks like it's off my coast, but it's really hard to run a blockade with, like, a boat, so he's probably pulling up to every trawler, like, what do you got in there? I told France they're our pal, and they agreed. We agreed that their wine was fancy, and they agreed our wine was fancy. So we just kind of gave each other high fives. All right, so let's go ahead and conquer ourselves Ukraine. Once we do this, the Austro-Hungarian Empire will cease to be a naval power. They will be a landlocked power, if not collapse as a government. And then we will have some problems because this creates what's called a power vacuum, and power vacuums are not good. A lot of people will say, we destroyed an empire, and it's like, great, now you're gonna fight 50 dogs because you've torn the trench coat from them. You've torn the thing that holds them together apart. And now all of those weapons and all of those leaders and all of those soldiers have no unifying principles. And you're like, oh no, Britain wants something. You know what? Oof, that's expensive. That is really expensive. You know, I'm gonna tell Britain to fuck off. So we're fighting Britain, which is terrible. That's absolutely terrible. But Italian Ukraine, Come on. It's not so bad. So, the British Empire. We are fighting the British Empire and the Japanese. But we have Italian Gibraltar, which is where we are going to send all of our battleships immediately to go roll into Italian Gibraltar. I have to. Alrighty there, folks. It looks like Austro-Hungary is no longer at war with me because they have no navy anymore. The last of their ships probably just wandered into foreign ports and were like, I would like to fill out a job application. That's fine, because that's how you win. Oh, the German Empire is now sending us an ultimatum. Well, you know what? Fuck you. How's that? There's my ultimatum. Go away. Yeah. Austro-Hungary has been dissolved. Excellent. Excellent. Uh-huh. Oh, uh-huh. The offensive had to stop. Alright. Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, had changed hands while it was attacked. Uh-huh. Got it. Okay, so I have to ask. Nobody owns Bosnia now. Nobody owns Austria. Nobody owns Hungary. Galicia. Bohemia, Moravia. Okay, is Romania still a country? Cool. What about Eastern Poland? They still can... Okay, owned by the German Empire. Oof. So what we're going to do is we basically have collapsed the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which is neat, but I need to now plan for a much more horrifying war than I thought I did, because I'm fighting Japan. Now, Japan doesn't bother me so much because they're going to have to take their ships and come all the way over here to beat the shit out of me, which is going to take some time. However, the Royal Navy has so many vessels that are now going to all fixate on my very limited ports and beat 6 shades of shit out of me. That's a problem. Germany has the High Seas Fleet, which is probably small, probably very, very, very good, and then is going to have itself a nice big battle versus me. So I need to fight some very decisive battles here very quickly with minimal losses, or this is the end of the campaign. See, sooner or later, you have to basically pay people off and get them to not fight you for a time. You have to try to make a lot of concessions, and I've decided to be extremely Italian about it, which is every time someone demands something from me, I just start yelling. And that has resulted in 3 wars in very quick succession after the first war that we have. So, we are where we are. However, the French are on our side. Oh, cool. America is willing to back me. How much do I have? Do I have the money? Yeah. All right. The United States is on my back. They're sinking all my Italian transports, which sucks. Giant fleet versus smaller fleet. So they're trying to break through the canal here and boil into the Mediterranean. And all I have is this relatively small battleship fleet to hold them off. The other half of my fleet is guarding Gibraltar, which is where I presume the main attack is going to come from. But if I've misjudged that, I am capital F fucked. So, we need to make sure that that is not the case. I need to make my oopsie doodles extremely minimal. So, 6 battleships, and these are my austerity battleships of the previous generation. Gun in front, gun in back, that's it. No 4 guns. Versus what looks like an extremely modern battleship. And some older heavy cruisers. Those are definitely older light cruisers, because 4 stacks. And some 3-stack destroyers. Alright. Okay. And these things have not been fixed since the last war. So what we're going to do is we are going to try to use a little bit of maneuvering to our advantage. But I certainly predict they are going to beat the shit out of us. Alright, boys. San Giuseppe, Napoli. Redentore del Mundo. Isn't that rendered unto Earth? I don't know. Medea, San Spiridon, Aqua Volante, Aquila Valeria. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hell yeah. We actually landed some hits. You guys can go fuck yourself. Alrighty. Let's keep rolling. I'm gonna tell my secondaries that they just need to shoot like nobody's business, along with my torpedoes. I'm also slowing speed, because I'm gonna try to cross the T here, because they are the aggressors. Now, here's these weird English battleships, which have turret hats. Again, holy crap. That's a lot of firepower. Then they put this little guy on a barbette here. That's like, what, a 7-8 inch gun? But all their turrets have hats. And yeah, alright. Jane's Fighting Ships is probably full of snarky comments about their battleship design and be like, fearing that they were cold, they were offered hats. Alright, I'm slowing down to give my gunners some chance to do something, but with the amount of smoke going into the rear of the formation, good lord. I'm just hoping the heavier weight of what limited guns I have are accurate, because I did opt for 14-inch guns, because yes. Alright, I'm sinking some stuff. At least I'm sinking the lighter shit. Looks like some of my hits are landing where they need to. That's not a battlecruiser. Oh, hell yeah, I got some hits on their battleships. Looks like they may have themselves a bonk here. The Commonwealth and the St. Vincent. Oops. Holy hell. That was a good hit. Good job, lads. Give 'em hell. They're not sure what we sank in the back, but it is burning like a Roman candle. Commonwealth may heal over as engine failure, and it is listing significantly. However, I'm about to face some serious attack by this cruiser squadron. I'm telling my secondaries to do what they can. San Giuseppe's falling out of formation because it's got damage. Commonwealth is down. Alright, Italian fleet. Broadsides, boys! Gabagool! Not the smartest design, but it's a design. I hope you like 8-inch guns. Alright, I'm gonna turn the formation in. Oh, here's the Warspite, but it's a cruiser. Well, not for long. If I lose some ships, this might save my budget, but it's probably gonna cripple my war planning. I just have to hope England fucks off. That is my main plan. I'm also hoping this battleship crew fires a torpedo. Well, those who have them. Some do, some don't. The St. Vincent has taken a pounding. So is the Napoli. Napoli is still in formation, though. Napoli does not give a fuck. Alright, keep swinging, boys. Keep swinging, keep swinging, keep swinging. You can do it. Oh man, I just took two torps and they actually did some damage. Engine failure. That's not so great. That being said, we're punching them to death. Gibraltar and Warspite are doing a figure 8 at point blank range. It looks like we're just trading off minor battery hits. Alright, Del Mundo got the engines running again. Hell yeah. It's like an Italian pit crew in that engine room. St. Vincent's going up, looks like, oh, the magazine hit, it's burning. I'm not saying we're gonna win, but this is really getting exciting and pyrotechnically so. 2 more torp hits. That's not great, but they're gonna find out how little I care about these ships. Oh yeah, ram him. Give him some of that love. The ramming threw his torpedo shot off. Second torpedo dudded out against him. Didn't throw it off enough, though. That's a hit. The ramming has done damage to my guys as well, but I don't care. The Italian fleet, it's bumper cars time. They've lost their battleships. Their heavy cruisers are sinking as well. I'm still in this fight. Alright, let's pick fights and win. We have to try to minimize torpedo hits. Let's hit that last cruiser there. The one on the end. As you can see, the accuracy is basically volume of fire. I'm gonna tell my guys to be as best they can. They have 1 heavy cruiser left, the rest are light cruisers, and they have a destroyer that's circling back to try to do some damage. Looks like they may accidentally ram some of these hulks on the way out and probably do even more catastrophic damage to my boats. I'm probably gonna lose that battleship. He is not doing so well. They're trying to counter the damage, but it is a lot. It is mostly full of water and the hull is failing. However, I just sank another guy. Alright, let's tell our guys to concentrate very quick on this destroyer coming up at the rear of the formation. This is not so great. Because he has no torps left, but still. It's the principle of the matter. And we have more torps coming in at the head of the formation. Oh, this ain't so good. This ain't so good at all. Oh, that's a good hit. Damn. I have to give that to them. They actually landed that one well. No survivors. Regia Marina. Extremely belligerent. Yes, I see that other torp coming in, but these guys ain't getting out of the way of shit. They're way too slow. Especially with the damage we've got. Alright, that destroyer is not doing so well right now. He's having some significant losses in terms of float. It's having what we call a progressive flooding event. Some would know this term as sinking. When the ocean comes in, the boat becomes a submarine, and it's not that great. Remember, every ship can be a submarine once. That's the guy who torpedoed us, the HMS Brilliant. Let's show him that he's not. Oh, those are good hits. Hell yeah. Alright, let's continue swinging at him. Sirius. Why so serious? Except Sirius is named after not the word, but more the place in the sky. So let's go ahead and sink him as well. Just for existing. I'm gonna speed up time compression a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Keep swinging, boys. Come on, we got this. Oh, there we go. Alright, their heavy cruiser's coming in. Let's send him to the bottom next. This is a brutal fight. These battleships have taken a fucking pounding. This guy is somehow still keeping his shit together, but I'm gonna have to scrap him at the end of this regardless just because of the damage done. I know you can repair battleships and dreadnoughts far beyond what you think you can. Seydlitz and many others have proven that. These things come in just essentially as monitors and semi-submersibles, and they can still be repaired. But the issue is cost and dockyard capacity, and I can replace them with something cheaper that does the job better, which I will. Alright. He's not going to do so well. He's trying to line up torpedo hits, and he just had a massive torpedo explosion below decks, because these are, you know, submerged torpedo tubes. So if you get a good shot that goes through the water and explodes next to the hull, or manages to bonk the main deck hard enough, you can get a really nice explosion in there. And yeah, as you can see, he's flooding badly. Look at that. He's going down. Alright, good, good, good. Looks like that light cruiser line is trying to come back in. Not gonna have that. We're just gonna go ahead and keep swinging. He's going after these guys over here, which are having a nice little wagon train going in circles. He's trying to land some torp shots on them. It's not working because my guys have no idea what they're doing, and when the rudder is broken, which is fine because he's lining up shots for the second formation, which does know what it's doing, kind of. Now let's get the rest of these guys. Clean sweep. Come on, we can do this. Go Italia. You can do this. Maybe. The torps are still coming in. This is potentially very, very bad. I can't believe this guy is still maintaining float. They'd probably have to scuttle that ship after the battle. Oh my god, these guys are just dodging torps. These guys are great. Alright, Phoebe, you're next. I'm gonna hit you with a hammer. Yeah, these guys are just dodging torpedoes. They don't care. The problem is that the Royal Navy can keep this up. I cannot. They can keep sending ships out, so I need to force them into a surrender fairly quickly. I need to make them back off. The Royal Navy can do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. Please no torps. Please no torps. Please no torps. Please. Alright. We win, but at what cost? Alright, so they lost 7,000 guys, I lost 700. I'd say that's a pretty good victory. Now, I could probably pull that off maybe once or twice more, but after that point, my dockyards are going to be filled with ships that don't work anymore. And they will have more boats. The Royal Navy, at this point in history, even in this alternative history, is fucking huge. It is a global navy with global reach and coaling ports everywhere, meaning they can strike from everywhere and continue to strike until I am utterly broken. So even though, yes, I will agree to their peace treaty if they agree to go away. Because holy crap. Now, yeah, they have more battleships. I don't. I have many crippled battleships. And my guys are not going to be able to put them into action. And the German Navy is marshalling over here to start a breakthrough. They're either going to go over here or they're going to go over here. So this is not good. Either way, this is very not good. The issue is my shipyards and selling ships to other people have more or less encumbered me with my limited shipyard capacity. So the Royal Navy is about to steam in here and beat the shit out of me, but I've tagged America into my fight, which hopefully will do something. I'm hoping that the American Navy shows up in any capacity. I am also hoping that Britain decides to not fight me today. Because if they decide that they're going to fight me today and they win a battle decisively, they'll be like, peace deal is off the table. And then I start the slow loss of territory, which is going to be very, very unfortunate. Because while it looks like on paper I'm doing well, I am at a balancing point. Okay, Britain surrendered. Excellent. Excellent. Give me the Falklands. They refused. But they gave me money, which is just as good. Okay, the Western Fleet is going to fight the German High Seas Fleet. Agir, Odin. Yeah, alright. I'm going to have to fight these guys within an inch of their life. And hope the German High Seas Fleet also fucks off. I need them to fuck off. I need them to leave. I need them to go away. Please leave. But if you want to see what kind of damage battleships can take and dreadnoughts can take and super dreadnoughts can take, go look at the aftermath of the Battle of Jutland. Go look at the damage control photos of the Battle of Jutland. Go look at these ships that come in with gun barrels shot off and decks full of holes, and they still manage to float home. Okay, 13 battleships versus 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers. I got this, I think. Yeah, battleship formation. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go line abreast, and we're gonna go tits up straight at them. Here we go. Alright, looks like formation speed's gonna be kind of an issue, because we have ships of different speeds all trying to do different things. But that's okay. We're gonna form up, and we're gonna go straight at these guys, and then I am going to just clobber them. If I can wipe out enough of the German High Seas Fleet in one go, they will also surrender and give me war indemnities and money, which I will use to build the next fleet. And I'm going to build an okay fleet. Not an expensive one, but an okay fleet. I need to replace a lot of the ships I operate. Badly. In essence, I need to build a fleet that has more ships than they do, with lesser crews on them, so that I can afford to attrition the enemy. In theory, asterisk. Looks like they've already taken some damage, which is good. I'm not sure what other wars they're involved in, but I'm gonna keep Papa America happy as best I can, because Papa America can keep some pressure off me, at least in the Atlantic. I'm not sure if America has any coaling ports in the Pacific yet. I haven't looked at the alternate wacky history map to see what happened. Looks like my guys are overshooting by a fair bit. Alright, I'm gonna turn my formation. Yeah, some of the battleships are faster, some are slower. This is not what we'd like to call an orderly attack. Alright, concentrate fire on you. Alright, formation, you can do this. Let's take down these Kraut battleships. Holy shit, look at those gun batteries. This guy's coming at me like a pirate ship. Holy fuck. Okay, now we have a problem. They significantly outgun us. So I'm gonna have to make this up with high explosives. Just saturate him, boys. Oh, hell, we got through. He just had a flash fire and it took him out. Went into the barbette. Ammunition explosion. Thank you, Rain Jesus. Thank you. Saturate the other guy, see what happens. Pour it into him. Yeah, a lot of bounces and ricochets on that German armor. We're getting some flooding hits, but not many. He's got a lot of plate. I have to hope for another lucky hit. Yes! He just had another huge fire that blew up everything. Something's very wrong with his bloody ships today. Alright, boys, turn in. No survivors. Now, what's funny with this formation is they're attacking the guys way out on the wings here, which is dumb, because he doesn't have the numbers to do anything. Oh man, we were maneuvering like idiots. The guys are just waiting. No, no, he has to turn. What if we all turned at once? No. We won't be doing that. I'm gonna sit dead stop, and the guys on the wings are gonna accelerate. But what if we all turned at once? What if we all gave like 45 degrees right rudder at the same time? No. We're gonna be confusing. We're gonna hold that formation even though it's ridiculous. Okay. Looks like this is doing very well for us. Get out of here. Shoo. Be gone. Get out of the Mediterranean. You don't live here. You don't even like pasta. Wow. Regia Marina's cleaning up today. I can't say it's my tactics or my design. I think it's just Rain Jesus. There's every chance one of their shells could have bonked the lead ship and sent it into orbit. Alright, get out of here. Heavy cruiser, huh? Get fucked. Uh-oh. That's a torpedo. And this thing can't turn for shit, so I'll just take it. However, that one misses. So, you take one, you lose one. However, he's gonna lose 650 dudes to launch that torpedo. That's not so good. If I was on that last cruiser, I would have surrendered. I would be like, alright. I haven't seen the whole fleet die today. Today is not my day. Bring up my brown pants and raise the white flag. Alright, yep, let's light into them. Enhance. Oh man, that's a bad day for him. In battle. Alright. 7,900 losses versus 246. Ah, tumble homes. Ugh. Ah, the German government. Yes, I will agree to a surrender. I will make you give me something, like money. Mexico wants some more destroyers, so, you know, do good on the racetrack and you sell some cars, I guess. People have heard of the mighty Italian Navy. Alright, so far so good. If I can get the Germans to get off my tits, I can go after, Japan, maybe. It's gonna take them a while to get over here. I mean, it's just because moving from port to port to port to port to port, because a lot of these ships don't have the range, is gonna be hilarious, which means I could go fight them probably off the Horn of Africa or in the Indian Ocean. There is no chance I'm gonna be able to go over there and fight them proper, though. I don't want an Italian Tsushima. That's the 2nd Pacific Squadron is the lesson in that. Okay, Germany has not surrendered. They think they can do this. France and Germany are fighting, and Germany and the United States are fighting. So, oh my god, everyone's buying ships from me. Oh, you know what? This is the Ottomans. Support terrorism. So, my government has said we need to go do something about that. We could take part of Turkey, so we could have cardamom coffee. And that's probably what it is, because cardamom coffee is fucking delicious. And I'm willing to bet that my military forces are just like, please give us the money. We would like some fancier things. We need some more exports. But hey, it's free real estate, and I'm just gonna have that. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't know how many ships that these other navies have, but I'm willing to bet it's too many, and I'm willing to bet it's not good for us. Alright. Fleets affect bilateral relations. Okay, Britain looks like they're about to get it. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'll agree to a peace treaty. Oh, the Italian Empire and the Soviet Union no longer allies. Ah, I see why the Germans were willing to come back around. The rest of their navy just showed back up. So they're negotiating a peace treaty while applying unholy force against me. Because regardless of how that peace treaty turns out, even if they say we quit, they can cripple my navy. So very well played, Germans. Very well played. Now, if I win, they're like, oh, well, we already started the peace process. It's a win-win for them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do as much damage to their navy as possible. So when America does enter the war against them and does send the fleet over, they're not going to be able to defend jack and shit. I'm going to make this not fun for them. However, this time I'm going to use conga line formation. Why? Because it's funny. 13 battleships versus the competent battle fleet, but not the one I've got. Alright, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put all these guys in the thing. Gabagool, you are the lead ship of the formation. These are the relatively modern ones, ish. So, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh god, what is that maneuvering? Don't do that! Oh, good Christ, no, I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna hear it. Listen to that. It's a lot of paint. Alright. Normal, aggressive. And here we go. I'm gonna tell my secondaries, you can shoot at anything that moves. A fly lands on deck, swivel and shoot. Seabirds, swivel and shoot. I don't care. These are my more modern, air quotes, ships. You know, you've got your main 14-inch battery, which by 1917 is pretty fucking big. You got 5-inch secondaries, 2-inch sub-secondaries, little 2-inch guns, you know, so the officers can pretend, and a few other things. So what do we got? All right, here they come, here they come, here they come. Oh. Oh. Flash fire. We've already set something on fire horrifically down there. Something is probably going to sink. We got plunging fire on something. I don't know what it is, but we heard it. I have no idea what we hit, but something back there burned up pretty bad. Holy crap, what a fleet. Okay, okay. Looks like we hit one of the battleships catastrophically, and it looks like, oh man, all of his secondaries burned out. That's metal. Fuck yeah. So, Italian conga line formation. Very effective. We're just gonna steam on up. Looks like they're not willing to commit yet. Considering the first round hit that punched through a battleship, I'm pretty sure they're like, uh-oh. Uh-oh indeed. Now they got the numbers here. Probably not in deadweight tonnage, but they have the numbers. My guys are certainly picking at them. Good job. All right. Oh no. Structural damage. Yeah, they're losing lots of dudes. I'm outmaneuvering them. Now, once I've circled around the back of them, I will tell them to turn abreast, and then we will just run them down at point-blank range. We will do a glorious cavalry charge. Rohirrim, ride to ruin. Whatever that is in Italian. Holy crap, these 14-inch guns are going right through them. Alright, you boys, you wanted a fight, you're getting one. Declare war on Italy, eh? Easy victory, you think? Holy crap, that guy's going up like an explosion at a fireworks factory. Yeah. You thought we were a joke. Well, we are sometimes, but guess what? Today's not that day. I'm the one laughing. You wanted to play some games? I got more games than Milton Bradley. Alright, you. Concentrate fire on that guy. Whole formation, light him up. He's having a bad day. Lots of explosions in their fleet. Oh, another battleship sunk. Oh no, but not mine. Man, he's going down. Alright, yep, we're circling around him. Good old Galaga formation. Just keep going. It's like that Snake game on the phone, but with battleships. Well, well, well. It isn't the consequences of their actions. That guy's exploding very badly. That guy's exploding. Now who's stupid? Yeah, take that. He's like, no, I need to leave. I have a family. And I'm like, who cares? You may fire when ready. Oh man. Italian supremacy. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. You will fear the meatball! Wow. 39 people died, 11,000 people died, 0 to 20. So about that peace treaty, Germany. About that peace treaty, huh? What were you thinking? Maybe I could take Helgoland or, you know, maybe Southwest Africa or something like that. You think maybe you'll give me some stuff for this one? Okay, so as it turns out, the Turks are not a joke, and they have a giant battleship fleet. Looks like they bought it from the Japanese. Let's see. There's a 32,000-ton dreadnought. There's another battleship. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 battleships. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 battleships. Plus a whole fleet. So this is where the Italian Navy dies. I thought this was free real estate, but I'm finding out the Ottomans really got into that whole battleship race in earnest and spent all of their money on an enormous amount of ships. So this is the end of them. Holy shit. I need to be very careful. I'm probably going to lose this whole formation because it's already heavily damaged, but this is what happens when you listen to your government as the head of the Admiralty. They're like, hey, these guys are jerks, so you should go deal with them. And I'm like, oh, this should be easy. They only have a small port there. Little did I know that there is a massive fleet, and it's coming over, and it looks like it was all built in Japan, which means it's probably very confident. Probably based off British yards designs by this point in history, but still. A lot of the Japanese dreadnoughts were, some of their battle cruisers as well. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hope and pray that I don't lose my whole navy in one day. Because if I do, that's bad. Because I just did that to the Germans twice, and I did it to the Royal Navy. But if these guys clean me out, as a small navy, I'm gonna have a SAD. You can dial me up one SAD, alright? I'm gonna be like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Okay, 25 battleships, 10 heavy cruisers, 19 light cruisers, 2 destroyers, and 9 torpedo boats versus 6 battleships. Great. They're faster than me, and all their ships aren't broken. A lot of my ships do have damage. Yep. Alright, so what we have to do is we're going to have to try to maintain speed and hope they don't have it as we just chuck shells at them. A lot of my ships are just absolutely beat up. They have tonnage on us except for a few. Please don't ram your brother. Please don't ram your brother. Please don't. Okay, you know what? Just do whatever. Just do whatever. They're like, the bumper boats, they fine. So what we're going to try to do is maintain speed in a direction and see if they can maintain speed to intercept, which they probably can, considering this enemy fleet is huge and modern. Those are fairly big boats, so I have no idea. Oh, since they have low fuel, some of them, unless this is the Japanese fleet operating out of Turkish waters, which you know what, I'll go check their flags and we'll find out. Because if this is the Japanese fleet, holy fucking shit, are we going to be in trouble? Alarm. I have concern. Alright, come on, game. Give me a... No. Intermittent contacts. We're just going to maintain speed, and we're going to do our best. Guys, you're just going to have to swing as best you can. I know your ships are broken, and I know that's a huge battle fleet. And I know that they outnumber us, and I know we're scared. Let's look at their flags. Okay, these are the Turks. These are indeed the Turks. What about these warships? Yep, they're the Turks. Holy crap. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Okay, this is the Turks. It is a Japanese bot fleet. And we're we're just gonna do our best at range and try to cut. Oh, good lord. Okay, now alarm. Catastrophic alarm. Alrighty, so here's our best option. Floor it for the horizon. And hope the rangefinders don't work. Secondaries, you may fire aggressive. Torpedoes, you may fire aggressively. Yeah, their battleship formation is enormous. And they're just steaming right at us. So let's leave. All that coal, come on. We're causing some damage in there, mainly because it's impossible to miss. I aim at one ship, it goes over and hits another one. This is bad. Alright, come on, come on, come on. We can do this, maybe. I don't know. We're just gonna try to leave. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. We're sinking some stuff. We don't know what. Our boys are really heavily damaged from that last battle, so this is also, we're down guns, we're down crew, we're down engine efficiency, we're down damage control. That last one is very, very critical. I'm getting some hits on some of their battleships, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull this off. Alright, keep going, boys. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is like a sushi conveyor belt restaurant of shells coming at me. And they're starting to land hits, which is not good. I have to hope my designs are slightly better. Their weight of fire is enormous. Alright, there's one of their ships. You know what? Fuck it. Let's start doing some headshots. Everything on the Tosa. Let's see if we can't sink a few battleships on our way through. Feel better about what we do for a living. Alright, yeah, their battleships are pacing us. Their smaller ships may not have the fuel reserves to do so, but I guarantee you their big boys do. Some of them do. It looks like some of their guys are falling out of formation because lack of coal. That means this fleet must have just gotten here. Okay. Mother of all battles. Alright, Awari. See if we can't sink the lead ship. My job is just to try to cause as much damage as possible while slapping everything I can. No. Why are you turning? Is this the edge of the map? Or did he take too much damage? He took too much damage, he's fallen to the back of the formation. Damn it. It's not good. Alright, it looks like fog is gonna conceal us a little bit. The weather's moved in. This is great. However, their weight of fire is starting to land on my boys really badly. Their battleship line is starting to size us up. So this is now a very bad brawl. Oh, good God. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Or if you hurt me, just hurt me enough to make me, like, have a training montage after this to get even with them. Oh, their battleships are moving in. They have the speed. Alright, so I have some advantages in that I am landing more hits consistently, and I'm concentrating all of my fire on one ship. I'm just like, please die. Okay, let's slow this down again. Alright, we have one battleship there. He's at 9 clicks, and he is at 9-3. They have 3 battleship formations, 1, 2, and 3 coming at me, and they have this 4th one back here acting as a blocking formation. Looks like a lot of their smaller stuff is not able to keep pace, which is fine. I'm just gonna do what I can to cause as much damage on my way out. I'm probably gonna lose Del Mundo here. He's not able to maintain speed. We are only able to do 18 knots in the formation now. Probably because we're trying to hold up for him to get up to speed, but he's not doing so great. Oh, flash fire, hell yes, he may burn. He is sinking, excellent. All right, let's hit him next. We're gonna do our best. The last guy in the formation is just eating all the shells. He is our sacrifice. All right, I'm gonna slightly turn and change direction. Because, as you can see, the battleship formations are pulling away from the cruiser formations. The cruiser formations cannot maintain speed. I'm going to change direction. Trying to cover my guy here, but he is not doing well. Enemy battleships are closing inside of 10,000 meters. Okay, we're landing some pretty catastrophic hits, and I think that's more incidental than anything else. I'm going to continue to try to concentrate fire on the lead ships. They're beating up my boy in the rear, which is not good. All right, Junio, get him, get him, get him. Get him. I'm hoping to land something. Looks like the lighter ships indeed are having trouble keeping pace, which is fine. Fuck these guys. Their battleships are not as fast as mine, so they're more armor and guns. This may give me some very minor advantages. However, they are concentrating fire on the guy at the rear of the formation, and they're bringing him down. He was already heavily, heavily damaged. However, I will bloody them for this. I'm going to sink multiple battleships as best I can. I will show them the strength of the Italian Navy. I will show them who makes the pasta. I will show them what happens when you break it. You break the pasta in half, I break you in half. Alright. Redentore del Mundo is about to go down. Yep, sinking, structural collapse. There's too much damage. Okay, now you can see the weight of that fire is starting to come back into my formation. And it is a lot. Alright, we are not able to maintain the speed we once had, and the rest of the formation's starting to catch up. We got ships falling out of formation as well. However, they are taking a catastrophic pounding to pull this off. Fuck it, let's keep fighting. Somebody's gonna say that these are fateful words, but for every battleship they've sent down, I intend to send one down. I intend to trade evenly with them. The Turks have a lot of power right now, and, well, as a Mediterranean power, I can't have that. Alright, so their battleship fleet is still extremely big, and they have a lot of weight of fire. I'm just gonna do my best to keep fighting. Remember the guy who said don't give up the ship? Gave up the ship. Just keep that in mind. I'm just hoping my fire control can outbeat theirs. But probably not. Alright, good lord. Slowly knocking these guys out, but this is a catastrophic battle. Who knew they had this many battleships? Oh, and the weather lives. The weather lives to kill the Italian fleet. Good lord, they still have another formation over here waiting for me. This is bad times. We got lots of fires on board. Looks like he's not maneuvering as well as he should be, but neither am I. I just did basically a big U-bend around the front of his formation. Alright, you know what? You guys, let's sink some of his other cruisers and stuff. It'll make me feel better. Yeah, my guys keep peeling out of formation because they're damaged. And every time they do that, we slow down. We're not doing so great. I think maybe one or two of these guys may manage to break free, but not many. Their battleships are catching up. Again, the objective is to cause as much damage as possible on the way out. This is the last ride of the Italian Navy. This is glorious, even though foolish. Yeah, this battleship formation back here is actually catching up really well. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it has a lot of guns. These are effectively pre-dreadnoughts. They got a lot of mixed batteries, but at this range, they're not going to be missing all that much. That being said, I'm giving a very good accounting of myself in terms of losses. Alright, we're getting some good hits, but it looks like the two battleships in the rear of the formation are going to circle until they die. Very bold strategy. Not sure if they're trying to buy help from my guys or if they're trying to chase each other, and they're presuming each other are leading the formation for some reason. Not a great tactic, this. The closer they get to the enemy, the worse that armor's gonna hold up. Well, to a point. I mean, depends on angles and everything. But yeah, higher velocity near the muzzle equals more energy when it comes down to guns in any size. That being said, I'm going to do what I can to cause as many casualties as I can. Because if the Ottomans are this strong, I need to solve that. Alright, looks like they're grinding my last two boys down. Look how they massacred my boys. Alright, now it's time to turn left to leave. They've set up this nice big navy, and they're concentrating on my guys, and yeah. We're just gonna book it out of here as best we can. I've managed to run a lot of their navy down on fuel, it looks like. I have more fuel reserves than they do, which is an important distinction here. They're having trouble sinking my last two boats because they're built like brick shit houses, and that is good. So they're going to sink them probably. However, I might get another battleship or two away from the enemy. And this will be the last time I trust the government, when they're like, hey, you should intercede here in this third world nations thing. Because that's what the government does in this game, is they will ask you to intercede in non-peer powers issues. And most of the time it's a crapshoot. You'll go out and they'll say, like if you're Britain, they'll say, hey, Malaysia is blah blah blah. And you go out there and they have like a navy of 4 boats and you just smash them. This is the first time in this game I've seen a navy that had overwhelming numbers, which is hilarious. And I'm not gonna cry foul, I'm gonna go, I like it. It's something that is something I would not have thought of. And I enjoy that sort of challenge. That's why sometimes I hit auto-calc in these battles, even though auto-calc is less than generous. Because it plays out like a bad admiral or a bad local fleet commander making some very poor decisions, and you have to live with it. Okay, looks like my guys are going to do the standard fall out of formation nonsense, which is fine. I'm going to continue fighting them as best I can. Let's maintain speed and see if we can't just beat the shit out of these guys. Looks like only a handful of battleships are actually able to maintain formation here. Oh, these two guys are gonna just circle. Please don't do that. Please, guys, fall into... Oh, it's because they still had a void on. That's why they were doing that. Oops. It's alright. Looks like the 13-inch guns are almost out of ammunition for everything that's armor piercing, which is not so great. Now, fleet AI behavior is not the greatest in this game. They make some very curious decisions most of the time, but I'm running out of shells. That is the issue. I'm running out of shells right now, so they are going to actually take me apart. We're gonna have to do the best with the shells we got. Yeah, no ammo for AP. We are out of AP shells. We're just gonna have to hit them with HE for most of the stuff. We're gonna have to hope to start some fires. That's why these guys are starting to slowly clap me. However, most of their fleet may also be in a similar situation ammo-wise. You start running out of AP shot, and you have to make do. They seem to have plenty of ammo left, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my duty to Mama Italy. I'm going to make as much damage as possible to the enemy fleet before I go. Napoli's down. Aquila Volante and Medea are still operating. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of letters home out of this one. Keep fighting, boys. No cowards. You may now fire everything you have aggressively as possible. I'm just gonna start as many fires as I can, hoping the secondaries can get the job done. I have 206 HE left for the main battery. I have a lot for the secondaries, but it's not gonna be enough. Come on, boys. We started with 6 ships, we got 1.5 left. Well, if you put them together, they make a whole battleship. Let's say that. It's like 2 halves of a battleship. Ah, the pain. The pain! The hubris, actually, on my part. I presumed that the government would not send me into position to fight an enemy that had a overmatch. But hey, this is what happens. So, you gotta deal with it. You can't be sad. Not all fights are going to be wins, so you have to fight gloriously. Oh, he's having a bad day. Look at that. That's sinking. That's a big old explosion. He's like, the boat full of water. And I'm like, yeah, that happens. So it looks like only some of these lighter cruisers are actually able to maintain speed, but they are not that fast. I wonder if the Japanese adopted a lighter speed in this playthrough, mainly to give them greater range. That would be an interesting thing to see. A Pacific fleet that's fairly slow. Alright, ow. And yes, I know, ships typically don't run at full revolutions the whole time. You have a cruising speed that's like 14, 15 knots, and then you have a battle speed when you really need to step on it. Alright, looks like we are slowly getting away. We may lose this last ship here. That's fine, because I'm just poking these guys as I go. This ship has 30% losses, and this ship is at 19% losses. Just took out another light cruiser. So that's good. This guy's burning really badly. He's sinking. He had himself a nice big fire. I think if we can poke the eyes out of one more of these battleships, we might be able to get away. I'm going to change my heading one more time, because we are able to maintain 27 knots. Well, not him. He's probably barely able to make 20. But still, we're going to do our best to hit the enemy as we leave and cause as much damage as possible. And carry this news home and be like, yeah, we had 6 battleships, now we have 1. And, you know, the Turkish Navy is huge. It's smaller than it used to be, but it's still really big. And you fucked up. Why did you send us to take this port? And they're gonna be like, hazelnuts. Cardamom. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna pour Turkish coffee and be like, we have an addiction. And I'll be like, you guys are assholes. This will be a Pyrrhic victory for them, because my fleet is just no longer there. Even if these guys manage to escape, they are in no condition to fight. However, you know, not a bad class of ship. The multiple secondaries are pretty much the only thing maintaining any sort of power here. I'm continuing to turn to let them have a chance at splattering this dude, to give my last guy a chance to escape, because he is not able to maintain speed. He is doing... Wow, he's actually managing 27 knots while half of his boat, including the engine spaces, are still half underwater. So imagine it's like a spa back there. You're swimming around to get things done. Probably not great for the boiler. But this ship is pretty much toast. Let's run. Oh, hey, some lucky hits in there. Not intentional, surely, but damn. We're managing to escape slowly. Very slowly. This guy's gonna die, though. That being said, pelting these guys with secondaries has proven very good. They will remember the day the Italian Navy came to town, though. That was a hell of a showing. We're running very low on ammo. Main battery's almost out even of HE. Secondaries are very depleted. In my next successive ship designs, I'm going to try to take a lot more ammunition. Just out of the lessons of this battle. I think that's practical. I'm going to do what I can to pick at these guys and prevent them from getting too close. Yeah, I've caused quite a bit of damage to most of their battleships. Most of their battleships have some marks of me going by. The problem is Aquavolante back here is still getting pelted. This other battleship formation has been steaming up just without pause the whole battle. And these are older battleships. This one's out on this end. These are like Mikasa style designs. So not all of what they have is modern. A lot of what they have is older. God damn, that was a good shot. Okay, Aqua Volante has 2% structure. There's more holes in that thing than Swiss cheese. That thing is having a bad day. They're like, please strike your colors, and he's like, no. I sink. Alright. We're just gonna leave with our last ship. We're just gonna leave as best we can. Start some fires on them as we do so. We're out of range of their guns. And considering we're out of the range of even their primary guns, and my secondaries are the ones beating them up, that's something. Alright, let's get out of here with our last ship, shall we? Let's maintain what little power we have. Let's save some dignity. Alright, so they lost 22 ships and I lost 5. It's a defeat, but they lost a lot more manpower than I did. And I got, let's see how many battleships I destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 11 of their battleships, plus other cruisers and what have you. But half their losses were capital ships. So holy shit, to say the least. That's really impressive. For Italy. I mean, come on. That's an epic battle. But yeah, I'm done doing an intercession in Turkey. I don't think that's gonna go well. I think we're gonna prove that the Turkish fleet is no joke. And even if it is purchased from the Japanese, I'm not gonna give them shit for that, because a lot of navies were bought elsewhere. Yeah, we lost that one. But we won the one against Germany, so that is important. And our monthly balance went up. Oh, and Egypt wants to buy a beefaroni. Excellent. Okay, Serbia has pushed back the Italian Empire's offensive. Spanish Empire is trying to take over Colombia. It says we're still here for a conquest. I don't think we are. I think that we have a boat left. And that's it. Yeah, that is like absolutely horrifying. So I'm going to need to make these panzeratis. And I'm going to have to do my best to make them alright. 5 months until the beefaronis are ready. I'm going to have so many Italians that are mad at that, but it's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to build 20 of these Panzerati, which are not real battleships at all. And let's look at what we got. 23 months. 23 months. You know what? I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take 5 of these and scrap. So I'll build 15. That's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit better. It's not great because we're still at almost double our fleet capacity. Well, should we take 5 more off, you think? All right, let's see. No. 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take 5 out of the middle. We're only going to build 10. That's still in excess of our fleet capacity, but that is a lot more achievable. And it won't bankrupt us as much, so we're going to do what most navies do, which is order stuff, design it, and then scrap half. You'll find that a lot. You'll find that they'll order 20 of something, then they'll actually sit down and do the math as soon as it gets to the shipyard, and they'll be like, did I say 20? I meant 4. It's very common. You'll find that people have really grand designs and then economic reality catches up. And considering that it didn't show any points, with the Italians losing against the Japanese, I can confirm that is not a Japanese fleet under Turkish flag. It looks like that was just what the Turks bought. So holy shit. Again, third world countries in this game, by this game's kind of definition of it, are nations you can't play as. They're the minor powers. Oh, cool. And Germany surrendered. What could I have them give me? Give me South Sudan. Yes, they did. So I now have more Italy, Africa. Excellent. And we're selling more. Yeah, so I own Eritrea and Port Sudan and Italian Somaliland and British East Africa. So I own some ports that should help me make some money back. The Germans are no longer at war with me. I'm going to move all of my boats. Let's see. Taranto. Yeah, you're all going to Taranto. And then I'm going to do my best to split off the ones that are broken and scrap them. And send the rest to Turkey to reinforce what could be a victory. Still, asterisk, we'll see. And then I need to build Panzerati to replace them. So this is going to be a bit of a motherfucker. This is going to be a bit of a shell game. I'm going to have to rotate these things around to make this work. Alright, so United States and the Empire of Japan are fighting each other. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Nothing for me to worry about. I'm going to improve relations with Britain as best I can, because I really don't need their shit right now. I really don't. Alright, which of these ships are broken? I'm going to move, let's see. You know, that's a good question. Let's look at the ships are broken. So damage. Costanza, Guerrera, Diligencia, and Sardinia. Alright, I will move those 3 ships. And there we go. I'm going to move those 3 ships to those guys because they need reinforcements in case the Turkish Navy sallies out again to beat the shit out of us, because holy crap is that a big navy. Yes, I know a lot of them are older designs, and yes, I could probably cause yet another amount of catastrophic damage, but I don't need them ship losses, because that destroyed about, what, a fifth of my navy, if not a third. I don't need to act like that was a cool play for me. In this game, going down guns fighting is not always great, because you set yourself up for failure in the next war. You have to constantly think ahead. Also, I will say this, being able to examine the ships that were sold to a country, even if they're a few years old, gives me kind of an insight into their ship design. The Japanese ships in this playthrough seem slower, but lots and lots and lots of guns, and fairly good collection of various calibers. So they're definitely doing pre-Dreadnought battleship stuff, as it was. Not that fast, though. So, let's go into our fleet and let's see what's broken. Alright, so I'm going to scrap you, because you guys are going to take up all of my dockyard space, and I can't have it. So I got 4 battleships that are good. That's it. And they're all at sea. The rest are fucked up and gone. But in 5 months, I'll have the Beefaroni, and in 18 months, I'll have Panzerati. And once I actually get the Beefaroni off the dockyards, I will actually be able to get the Panzerati out in mass. And I'm hoping to restore some of my money. I'm hoping to restore some of my economy. Now, if I end up getting invaded again, I'm going to have to basically pull out austerity designs, which is just going to be the tiniest destroyers I can with the most amount of torpedoes as cheap as possible. And I'll just look at whatever their common speed is and add 2 knots so I can chase them down. And the idea will be with those is just to attrition the enemy into a white piece and hope they go away. Just attack them like a bunch of hornets. But that'll be very difficult because I'll have to stay alive until they do that. And if they blockade me, I am dead. So you have to be very, very careful in this. But if I take a part of Turkey, I can at least have yet another port to operate from, right across from Egypt, where they come through that canal and I can fight them. I would station ships off of my East African ports, but none of them are big enough to actually cause anything. Oh, and Germany had itself a collapse. Neat. So the German government collapsed. Let's see. Britain doesn't like me so much. Let's see. Germany doesn't like me so much. Japan really doesn't like me. I'm going to try to improve relations with the new German democracy. I'm going to be like, hey, Germany, you're cool. And they're going to stare at me. And I'm going to say, I like your stuff. You guys are really neat. And they're going to stare at me. Okay, it says I have a 30-something% chance to actually pull off this invasion, and considering most of the invasion fleet is at the bottom of the ocean, I can understand why.
That is typically bad in a naval invasion when most of your boats are submarines. That is where it goes. It's not good. Fleets affect bilateral relations. Okay, France and Japan are fighting, which doesn't sound as crazy as you think, because Japan has a lot of holdings in Southeast Asia. France has a lot of holdings in Southeast Asia. Also, France is invading southern China and Laos, which is, holy crap. I'm going to leave them alone, and I'm going to just mind my own business. I'm going to hope that this invasion doesn't destroy 800,000 lives, because that's bad for Italy, and probably worse for the region. I'm instead going to sit here and mind my own business. That is what I'm going to do. I'm building 8 more battleships. I can finally get rid of the old ones, and I can slowly start to replace them with my panzerati. So panzerati are going to probably be the way of the future for me. I'm going to just build a series of interim designs, and I'm going to do the best to maintain a large fleet that can rapidly respond to changing situations. I need a fluid response plan in what I do. I need to make sure that I can adapt. So China has pushed back France. Britain is now provoking us, so that's not good. I'm going to continue to try to improve relations with the Germans, because I don't need this shit right now. All right, 2 months, we will have the beefaroni. Once the it's 2 months till they're done building, then probably another 4 or 5 months in commissioning and fitting out and figuring out where all the bathrooms are. Then they will be ready. By then, this invasion will be over one way or another. I don't hold out much chances for our success. All right, let's see. Spanish Empire is trying to support us. Soviet Union and the Spanish are fighting. Britain and Spain is fighting. Okay. You guys are crazy. Portugal's gonna be our friend, and Portugal wants a beefaroni. Hey, and Germany thinks we're not as great as we could be, but they don't hate us outright. So let's improve relations with Britain right now, because we don't need old Blighty to come down here and beat the shit out of us. Okay, the beefaroni is now entered commissioning, so it's no longer in the dockyards, which means I can fill those dockyards up before foreign order sales come in, because that will also fill your dockyards. Perun and I were talking about this game, and I said, do not sell all the ships to everybody who asks for them. And Perun said, but Mexico needs battleships. And I said, no, it doesn't. Okay, looks like everyone's fighting each other, and that's fine. But I said, no, it doesn't. And while it does make money, the problem is that it will fill your dockyards with foreign orders, which you have to fulfill. And then you can't use your own dockyards, which is a bastard. There's no real priority system for it. Everyone assumes that you're very nice all the time, which is bullshit. No nations are nice all the time. I'm going to put these in Gibraltar. 3 months until the beefaroni is ready, and they're going to be at Pula and Livorno. So that's right up here and right over here. And so I have those two. La Spezia is a huge dockyard. And what do I have there? Oh, American ship. All right, Toronto's going to fill up. Gibraltar has pretty good anchorage. Not great, but pretty good. Tripoli is very underdeveloped. What about Cyprus? What do we got? Not much. Not much. Okay. Naples has got a good dockyard. Messina's got a great dockyard. So let's get into our fleet and build more Panzerati. I'm going to build another 20, and I'm going to put them in Messina. I know that is going to be a lot of money. That's fine. Says Tex unconvincingly. So remember where I said it would be fine? It'll be fine. We're going to then go ahead and put these at Messina. All right, that's our goal. We're going to just try to build a bunch of these boats and do the best we can. And then I will get rid of the older battleships. So I will have 8 of the newer ones. I will have none of the older ones. And then I will try to keep these things in design as long as possible. But I need to maintain the peace in the interim, because everyone says, wait, Italy only has 4 boats in the water? That doesn't sound so good. But yeah, this game does give you the means by which to hang yourself, unfortunately. It allows you to get your ass kicked in very, very bad ways because you can go, oh, I'll sell ships to other people, and you sell them as export bait, as Perun called it. And you're like, oh, look at this really cheap, affordable ship, and everyone buys them. And then all of a sudden you have your asshole pounded because you go to war and 3/4 of your dockyards are spent building export boats, which does support your industries, which does increase your GDP, which does provide jobs. But then you have to pay for it. So you're not as flexible. That's why half the time I get into trouble in this, it's because I do the same thing. I'm not better than anyone else. I go, ooh, money, yes. Ooh, money, yes. And then I end up in trouble because I'm an idiot. And so that's what happens. We failed. Okay, Lebanon was found to support armed terror. No, we're not gonna go do that. The government's like, these guys are bad guys now. And I'm like, yeah, you say that. But I'm not gonna go in there and do your job for you. It sounds like a job for the army. That's not the Navy's job, because last time we did that, we found out the Ottoman Empire has a giant fucking fleet, and they really don't like it when you go into their backyard and start pushing stuff around. Because holy shit, yeah. The government every so often will say, you should go over here and you should do things. And typically that's a bad idea. They will say that, and they will absolutely try to get you in trouble. Export deals can also do the same thing. These guys are getting scrapped. I know it's sad to see the old ships go, but Sforza, you served well. You were good boats. Gabagool, Pico, you were good boats, but you gotta go. We have all these other boats, the Beefaroni class. I'm going to tell them to be more or less just sit in port and twiddle your thumbs. The Japanese have still not come over to do a goddamn thing, probably because they're at war with 800 other people right now, and they don't have time to come over and fight us. Their government probably told them they have to fight the Italians, and the Japanese Navy is like, what the fuck? I'm not going to go over there and fight them either. I'm going to sit here and be calm and fine. I'm going to vibe in my lane, and I'm going to avoid everyone else's problems. And I just told Belgium they could have some stuff, and that's fine. Okay, the Japanese Navy is coming over here. It's one cruiser. Uh-oh. Followed by a battleship. Followed by a cruiser. Followed by a destroyer. Yeah. And then there's their main battle fleet. So it's taking them some time, but they are actually committing, which is shit. I'm not ready for this. I'm an idiot. So let's keep that in mind. Let's see. I have 8 battleships, which are pretty okay. But it's going to be another 9 months before the first of the Panzerati are done. Before they're out of the oven. And I will then have to fight them with what I have. You have the Navy you have the forces you have, and it is a very poor cook that blames his ingredients. So we're just going to have to assume that we know what we're doing when they get here. There's no other way around it. Right now I know I'm running a deficit on budget, but I will be fine until I am not. Arabia wants destroyers. Egypt wants destroyers. So remember when I said that I made mistakes? Everyone makes mistakes. I keep saying yes. The power of no is very important, but I've not embraced that. Instead, I've embraced the power of military-industrial complex, which is fill my pockets, bitch. And yeah, we're doing that pretty well. Now, as soon as these first 10 ships are out, it will actually stabilize this budget a bit. Okay, Japan is here. Japan is here. Everybody play it cool. Shit, Japan is here. France is invading Spain. America is in the Bay of Biscay. The French fleet is off Gibraltar, which is run by Italians. I guess I could send my battleship navy out there and try to fight the French, or the, I guess I could send my battleship navy out there and try to fight the Japanese off the Horn of Africa. At least win some points and make them stop fighting me. I don't want any of the territory in the Pacific because I won't be able to contend it. I won't be able to protect it. I won't be able to do jack or shit for it. And so I'll just make them give me war indemnities if I win. Now, if I lose, that'll suck because they will really embarrass the shit out of me. And that's not fun. That's not fun getting your pants pulled down. So that's probably what's going to happen. I've done historically better than Italy did, but I could also lose it. And considering that Italy is still around as a nation means that I'm not the guy who knows everything here, obviously. All right, let's see. Okay, Spanish Empire's losing lots of stuff. Germany pushes back France's offensive into southern Germany. China has failed to gain control of Tonkin. There's the Japanese fleet. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 4 battleships and tell them to come out here to the... Oh. Alright, well, then just roll right into them, I guess. Is it not letting me... Alright, guys. Right there. There, that's good enough. Get them out. And I'm going to take my other ones at Livorno, and I'm going to go sit right here, Port Said, and I am going to do my best. All right, this is rough, but it's not that terrible. I'm at least slowly starting to develop some tools, techniques, and training to make my Navy less sad. And in 7 months, I will have Panzerati, more like a year, with everything that has to go into them. But yes, my Navy has steamed out, and in 4 turns, I will be bankrupt. I'm well aware of that. Don't worry. I will figure something out, Tech said unconvincingly. I'm building 46 ships right now. 30 are mine. That is definitely being massively overextended, which can happen. But I've been at peace for about 5 years at a time in this game before, and you can end up with 3/4 of your dockyard taken up by other nations, which is interesting. Okay, so their fleet left. They don't want to play this game. Where did it go? Oh, he went right back through the canal, and he met up with his battleships because he's definitely wanting to do something. So I'm going to join my battleship fleets into a single fleet, and I'm going to hope to break their back as best possible. I'm also building out as much as I can our capacity for shipyard. We need that industrial and logical logistics expansion as best we can. That is going to be an unavoidable fact of this engagement. We need to be able to defend our nation and its aspirations to the Mediterranean. Oh, they're accusing us of war crimes. We haven't even fought each other, but I'm not going to apologize because that sounds like something Italians wouldn't do. Now, let's take out these brand new battleships and dab on this light cruiser that tried to bottle my fleet up day 1 of the war. Because he's a dick. I mean, well, so am I. But, Alright, don't worry about it. 4 battleships versus a light cruiser. Look at these guys. They're doing that Carolina squat. Alright, get moving. Yeah, they bob a bit. But I got 15-inch guns, and I bet he don't. I also got nice little secondary turrets and some torpedoes. Alright. Let's go find him. Because this fleet can do 28 knots, and I bet he can't. If I can find him, that is. He spotted us and not us him, probably because, well, I mean, yeah. Alright, there we go. First volley out. And they're landing close. That's not so bad. Alright, let's do a line abreast and normal formation. We don't need to be so tight with this. We may need to actually maneuver some. And let's go hit this light cruiser. Let's make sure he don't report back to the fleet. Oh, he's a lot closer than I thought. Objects in rangefinder may be closer than they appear. Please don't have long lance torpedoes. Oh, that's really bad. Excellent. Total victory. Flawless victory. Yeah. See, there's the St. Istvan. And there's a film of that sinking. It's pretty crazy. It looks positively calm, but you know, it must have been terrifying. I can only imagine getting out of a ship like that as it loses power and rolls over. When that ship went down, that was basically the end of the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Because they were like, all right, no more. We're out. Belgium wants to buy more ships. Yes. Yes, buy my ships 1010. Alright, looks like they are going to try to come down and fight my dudes. And I have enough ports down here to actually support and coal these battleships. So I'm going to set off the Horn of Africa, and I'm going to hope that they are dumb enough to come attack me in my backyard. I'm hoping. France, meanwhile, is conquering all of Africa. Their land armies are marching all over the place, which means France may be the guys to beat in this campaign. I've seen France become ridiculously powerful, which is why I'm not going to antagonize them. France, though, was pretty much a world navy for a long, long time, and strong enough to certainly be more than equal, if not the nemesis, many times of the Royal Navy, which has been historically #1 for a long time. Stereoscopic rangefinder. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to do my best to make sure France no hate us, because France dangerous, and France thinks we're cool. France is our ally. Germany does not, though. Germany is very mad, probably because I named a ship Panzerati, and they're probably going to come down here and beat the brakes off me for it. That's okay. Looks like Japan is not gonna come over and play. They don't wanna. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna send my ships back to their ports so it's less expensive, because I'm not an idiot completely. And I'm gonna send my guys back to their ports. There we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and put them up in the dockyard while we slowly go fucking bankrupt. We had so much money once, and war has made us all paupers. France, meanwhile, is trying to take over Spain so they can have the, I guess, all the med ports. Because they're only hitting southern Spain, so they want Barcelona and Valencia. Alright, so France is going bonkers. They're trying to take over Germany and many other places. And I'm glad they're my ally, because holy shit. There's one more cruiser. He's just hanging around. He's waiting until we do dumb stuff. So I'm going to lower this crew training thing. And probably my tech budget by about 50%, while I slowly try to build up my transport capacity, because I am dead-ass broke until these ships come out. So the Navy is just going to put up a not hiring sign for a while, which is probably a bad idea, and the crew training is going to suffer, because I'm just going to say, point your finger at things and go pew, 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 because we can't afford shells for training. Yeah. Extreme austerity measures are now required until my new ships are out. Then, and only then, are we going to be ready to do things. I also have to continue to express... Oh my god, what happened to Spain? Did Spain collapse? Did Spain completely fall down? What's going on? Okay. I need to see what happened. Okay, yeah, Venezuela, give us money. Yeah, Norway, give us money. Egypt, they love the macaroni. Spanish Empire has dissolved due to economic collapse. Alright, ungoverned territory. Alright, yes, I will attack ungoverned territory. Where is it? Holy shit, I could have an Indian port. I could have an Indian port. I could have a chunk of India. I could have a piece. I could have a piece of India. All right, you guys. You know what? I mean, that's enough tonnage to pull this off. Is it smart? No. But that's never stopped me before. Tex, you said you were overextended. I know, but it's free India. More Indias. Look, Italian India could be neat. You could get, like, curry pasta and stuff. Some of you are already screaming, saying, Tex, no. Why? Why? And I'm like, don't worry about it. It's Bombay. It'll be okay. Misadventures in the Italian Empire. Germany has written up an all ultimatum. I don't have the money to pay them off, really. That's really not enough. That's really no. You know what? I told Germany to fuck off. I'm now at war with Germany, which is terrible. Mexico wants some stuff. Britain's trying to take Madagascar. Yeah, I'm gonna need more tonnage there to actually pull this off. Germany has nothing in the Mediterranean. I guess Portugal's gonna become long Portugal here in a minute. I have no ships to send to stop the Germans, and I have almost no research budget, and it'll take 2 months plus probably another 4 to refit the first 10 Panzerati. So, welcome to Dire Straits, the musical in Italian. I have to hope Germany is so fucking busy with this war that they leave me alone. I have to hope that. Let's see. Oh my god, that's too much money. I had to send the police in to put down a crowd for unrest, which is not great. Oh, Norway, Portugal, everyone's buying destroyers from me, which is great. That's just gonna clog these shipyards up. Alright, let's get that crew training back up and the tech budget up. And that's still way too high, so fuck. Alright, so... Alright, I can afford that-ish. Still not great. We're gonna do the best we can. Alright, Panzerati. They are commissioning 2 months. 2 months. They'll all be ready at Gibraltar, so I can at least stop the Germans in 2 months, which they'll be here way before that. But I can get in India. I can have an India. I can have India. Italian India. Come on, that's cool. Some of you are shaking your heads. Some of you are going, why, Tex? And I'll be like, yeah. Italian cricket. There. See? Italian Bollywood. There's a lot of crossovers here you didn't know you needed. Now you do. Alright, Okay, Germany has pushed back France and Nigeria. Soviet Union, alright, here's what we're gonna do. Germany, I'm sorry you hate me for no reason, which is crazy. The Soviets are slowly starting to sour on me, but that's okay. Gibraltar, alright, fleet, are you guys 1 more month of commissioning and you'll be ready? Okay, good. I have 20 more ships coming. Let's see, what are my chances? 69%, nice. All right, as soon as that's ready, I'm gonna go out there and beat the shit out of the German high seas fleet with my brand new battleships. I'm gonna go out there, gloves off, and I'm gonna be like, hey, what's your fucking problem? Okay, I'm building 42 ships, of which 20 are mine. Again, this is how your shipyards will fill up. If you build a really nice design, people will buy the shit out of it. But then you will be broke. Especially when you need those shipyards for yourself. Alright, I'm just gonna hope also the Japanese stay away. They've come over once, I bonked them, and I've been like, no, bad. And they've gone, oh, okay. France and the United States got my back, they're my allies, they're my dudes, and that's great. I'm gonna try to improve relations with the Soviet Union as best I can, because I don't need them to come boiling out of these ports and to beat the piss out of me, which they will do. Alright, are these things done yet? Yes, they are. Alright, you know what? Panzerati, we're gonna sail out from Gibraltar, and we're gonna go out and fuck the high seas fleet up. Alright, we're gonna go up here off the English Channel. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And we're going to hope that India works out for us. Now, here's the thing. Oh, shit. The Chinese already took Qingdao. Because I was going to say, let's just go pull a sneaky and take their fleet. I will leave one battleship fleet over here to fight the Japanese, and I'm going to send the other one out here probably off of... Holy crap, this is all unruled territory because of the collapse of the Spanish Empire. Holy shit. So a lot of the world is uncontested and ungoverned, has become ungovernable. That's not good. That's in fact bad. So, looks like the Panzerati has to fight the German High Seas Fleet again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cause as much fucking mayhem as I can. And that's pretty much it. All I want to do is hurt their feelings. I want the Panzerati to account for themselves, and I want to see if this design was a good idea or a bad idea. And I'm willing to bet it's right in the middle. It's an idea. It is an idea made of lies and steel. And we're going to push it into the enemy formation and see what we can do. 3 battleships, 10 heavy cruisers, and 3 light cruisers versus my Panzerati. Oh man, look at that. A little bit of bobbin action. Nice. Alright, so here goes the Panzerati. Now, these have 8-inch guns only. They're not great, but they are mine. These things do have weight of fire. They should have really, really good rangefinders for the era. And they should be fast enough to be annoying. 25 knots speed is great. Now, is their armor fantastic? No. But the Citadel armor is. Which means catastrophic hits should be rare. But they should still be able to bludgeon these things apart if they really concentrated their firepower. Now, my main battery range is 15 clicks with AP. Which is probably... Wow, I outranged them? Okay. I like my odds. Here we go. Now let's see if we can't penetrate this battleship. It's at 9 clicks, so fairly flat shooting. So far, nobody's winning here. Looks like we are getting some penetrated shots through. But not many. Yeah, ricochets. Alright, you know what? HE it is, baby. Oh yeah, and we got torps. Alright, one of them blew up. They just do that. See, we got torps out here on the wings, which are quite nice. Alright, Marco Polo's not winning this match. Oh no, that's bad. That's real bad. Panzerati, why? Hazarding a vessel? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so some of the incendiaries are working here. And I did get a torp hit on Schleswig-Holstein. Yeah. Get out of here. Now, I should be able to bully everything under a battleship fairly effectively. However, their battleships are terrifying. Alright, everybody's hitting them with the HE. Okay, that's not a good sound. That cookie's about to crumble. Oh, that's a fire. Remember, I'm just trying to keep them out of my backyard. But look at the number of batteries on that German ship, upper right-hand corner. That's a lot of guns. That's a big boy. That's 31,000 tons. These things ain't. Carlo Alberto. I'm just gonna hope to do as much fucking damage as I can as I roll in. If I can take out some of these battleships, that's a win for me. So these has 1,500 dudes on it. However, my ships are also... Yeah, my ships are 472 guys. Oh, it looks like the lead ship's about to bonk that dude. Yeah, that's what you get. That's an Italian driver for you. Get out of my way. Beep, beep. The Roma doesn't give a fuck. Just going forward. Now, am I taking a lot of damage? Sure. But so are they. That's what this shit's about. Cause as much goddamn damage as possible. Now, I'm pretty sure I could take their cruisers easy peasy. I've already sunk one battleship. That was a lucky shot. Got another one on fire. Let's knock some of their cruisers out. Looks like my dudes are doing pretty good, despite horrific damage. And that's fine. Alright, actually, concentrate. See what you can do. Because they're all slowed down and bunched up. That's a torpedo that did nothing. Not because I'm smart, but just because the torpedoes are crap. Well, at least that one was. Ooh, that's a spicy meatball. Sink the Nuremberg. Alright, now sink that guy. He's at point blank range, he's not HE proof. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, let's keep swinging. Oh, he's ramming me. Or I him, I don't know. We're largely just ignoring them. We're just like, look. We're doing the best we can. This is the drive-by fleet. I will build more of these, and then I will slowly upgrade them to be even more terrifying. He's taking a lot of torpedo hits, so I'm liking my odds. Oh, and holy crap, the weather just changed to not be my pal. Or perhaps to be my best friend. I don't know. We'll find out. This ship here seems to have some issues. Stop doing that. It's not good for the hull. You're gonna lose some rivets. Andrea Doria sinks. Yeah, we've lost some boats. It's okay. I'm gonna do what I can to sink most of their fleet. Because they do their best to sink most of mine. I will get some war indemnities from Germany. I will make them pay for my ragu. Ah, crap. He launched another torpedo. That's not so good. Yeah, that's a miss, though. Talk about a whiff. Ooh. I hit him with one. Wow. Alright, something just hit me real bad. Oh my god, we're about to torp ourselves. No, 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 no. Rudder, rudder, rudder. Okay, we're fine. Good job, guys. Carlo Alberto is sinking. But so's the Princess Wilhelm. It's not a good name for a princess, Wilhelm. Probably could have come up with something better. Maybe it's Wilhelm's Scream, who knows. I know it's probably Wilhelmina, but I don't care. Princess Wilhelm scream. Every time I hear Wilhelm, that's all I hear. Not William Tell Overture, I think Wilhelm scream. Alright. I'm gonna cause as much damage as possible. Get out of here, you sons of bitches. Alright, yeah, we need to switch to HE. We need to be aggressive as shit. We are the underdogs here. Most of my ships are very beat up. That's okay. The objective is not to win. The objective is to annoy, confuse, confound, and destroy the enemy. Make them wonder why Italy is so belligerent. Buy time for my battleship fleet to seize India, possibly. If they do. Because once that happens, I can bring those dudes out here. Panzerati is achieving its objective. Anything smaller than a battleship, it does pretty good against. I'm sure improved munitions and fire control will help me out here. Probably didn't help that I just drove them in here like this is a cavalry charge, but still, it's pretty baller. Alright, come on. Generoso, keep shooting, keep shooting. Oh god. Oh man, we are in a point-blank gunfight. I've got a lot of fire, he's got a lot of fire. He's burning worse, I think. Well, no, I am. I'm definitely burning worse. I would say he's probably more angry. Let's just say that. Right? Seems like their last light cruiser over there is having a fight with my boys. Occasionally shooting torps at us. Schleswig-Holstein is burning, though. My guys are just like, ah. Fairly thick citadel is working out. Let's see if I can't ram this dude and open up some hull frames to the ocean. Slow him down a bit. Oh, he's turning out of formation, which is not great, because he's going to go broadside to this guy's umpteen bajillion guns. Oh, wow. Knocked one of his funnels out. That'll fuck his engine. Now, they don't have torpedoes on their battleships, which is an interesting build. Okay, everybody here, shoot that guy. Sink that last cruiser. He's been... Oh, hell yeah. That was a great hit. The whole front of the ship is gone. That's bad for boats, by the way, when the front comes off. It's typically not good for them. Alright, he just burned down. Alright, let's concentrate fire. The Generoso just surrendered because he's pretty much burned to death. 45% losses before he surrendered the boat, so I can understand. There's not enough crew left to man stations. Now, regardless of who wins this, which is probably not going to be me, because these things are not that tough as I thought they were, and that's fine. Regardless of who wins this, these two battleships here are going to be... Good Christ. These two battleships here are going to be knocked out of combat for a long time. Well, maybe not the Hildebrand, but definitely the Schleswig-Holsteins is going to be in trouble. Oh yeah, they're beating the piss out of us. If we can knock these guys out, this is gonna be a good time for us. However, he seems to have a really good understanding. All these guys have rudder damage, all of them, so they're all just going in circles. Not the best. Certainly not the best. But if we can continue to cause casualties, this will be alright. Oh, there goes another magazine detonation. Well, this is the end of the Panzerati. Holy crap. My pocket battleships. Man, this fog did not help us out much. Our gunnery is crap right now. But enough damage to their ships and you can prevent them from taking part in the war. They will be burned up, beat up, and so on for months, if not years of refit. That's exactly what you want. If you can cause enough damage, you win. Alright, all of my ammo has burned off. All of my turrets have exploded. This is the lead ship of the class, which has had a catastrophic ammo handling problem. Which is fine, that happens. But I'm gonna try to ram him. We'll see. Says I got torp still. But it seems like the water's coming up to where the torpedo tubes are, so I can understand their hesitancy to do anything other than run. Yeah, Panzerati's becoming a submarine. That can happen. Well, you really don't have to work to release these torpedoes right now. You just pull the lever and they go right into the water. However, my guys are slowly fixing the list. Not a lot, but enough. Oh, man. Come on, guys. Keep hurting them. Keep hurting them. We can do this. No torpedo ammo, no torpedo ammo, no torpedo ammo. So Panzerati is the only one with torps left. And 30% of its crew is dead, so I can understand its difficulties in ammunition and weapons handling. Consider that most of the boat is in fact going under the water every time the waves hit. Which is not great for the boats, at all. He's down to very few knots. He's capable of doing 5 knots. Holy crap, look at that guy. He's having an issue. He's got the trembles. He's scared. We've scared him. Oh, he settled down. Took him Xanax, he's alright. Panzerati is gonna slowly come around. He don't give a fuck. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, they're gonna sink Rome. Alright, my boys are doing the best they can. Giuseppe Garibaldi. Garibaldi's the guy who unified Italy, believe it or not. Alright, come on. They're sinking my boats, they're sinking my boats. Okay, the last stand of the Panzerati, the last 2 ships, doing their best. If I can get some torps into one of these, never mind. That's not gonna happen. That is catastrophic. Alright. Garibaldi, you're the last guy left. And your rudder's jammed, so there will be no more maneuvering, only shooting. Do your best, sir. I salute you. Most of Italy is watching you. Not really, but it's fine. We'll just say that. Your rudder is jammed, but you fill our hearts. But your rudder is seriously jammed. This guy's got NASCAR steering. He can go left or more left. Alright, I ended the battle, but they lost more people. Now, I'm losing this on points, which means I may lose the war, which means Italy could be fucked. But that's okay. That means we can just start over as another country. It's alright. Don't worry about it. You can also continue to play after a war, but I had a challenge issued to me, and I'd like to see what I can do with Austro-Hungary after this. The brief zenith of the Italian Empire. Let's see how this plays out, though. I'm not saying it's over yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Italian proverb. No, we're gonna fight to the end. That's another thing, is your government can actually turn on you when it comes to a war. They'll just say, no, it's over, and you lose. And that's just how it works. So we did not, or have we? One more turn, and we might get India. We might get India. And as you can see, unrest is catastrophically high in our government because we just lost a lot of ships, which does happen. And the Panzerati, another 3 months and I'll have another 20, but they're not great, as we just found out. They're good-ish, but not against a super fleet. Especially one with modern ships, which that mostly was. But I can't qualify that other than a very big, poorly planned clusterfuck on my part. I cannot say that I had things turn against me and, you know, oh, the game has screwed me over. It's like, no, that was a series of very poor miscalculations on my part. I will own that 110%. Things don't always work out. Making Panzerschiff in the teens is probably not the smartest thing in the world, but it was funny, and that's what's important. Oh my god, the government signed the peace deal, and it broke all of our things. And oh no, they're taking battleships from me and shitloads of funds, and they took Tripoli from us. Oh god, they took our territory, and we are bankrupt. We are beyond bankrupt. Yeah, naval funds negative. I'm just gonna hit this, yep. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the government collapses. It's not exactly the end of the game, but it's really bad. Alright, I'm gonna get fired. They're gonna fire me. The Italian government's gonna fire me. They're like, even though you gave us India, you are so fucking fired. But hey, we got Ukraine too. And we keep Gibraltar. It just looks like we're paying some war indemnities and we are crippled as a country. So let's see what they do to us. This is probably gonna be the end of my Italian playthrough. But one bad battle can do that, even though you technically edge out on them in terms of casualties or something else. If the government is, you know, not in the war, or the balance of power is still way too heavy in their favor, like they have more fleets and I don't, I'm building them, I lose. Oh man. Alright, so the government just gave me another chunk of money. I've lost all my alliances. Oh god. Their government's trying to send me in to conquer stuff again. We did not win. We did not win this. They're saying you could take India again. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here, because I'd like to start over again. And I'll say that that is the zenith of the Italian Empire. Oof, boy. Next time around, we're going to play as Austro-Hungary. We're going to see if we can't make that guy work. Till next time, guys, take care of yourselves. And remember, all plans are fun until they show up with all the battleships known to man. Then you need to shit some pants. Later.
When we build up, I know I'm gonna be the best warship was built for you. When we set out, I know I'm gonna be the best warship that sails for you. When we spot them, I know I'm gonna be the best warship that will take point. And if we take heat, I know I'm gonna be the best warship to take that heat. I would block 800 rounds, and I could block 800 more just to be the ship that took 1,600 rounds and sunk them down below. When we're working, I know I'm gonna be the warship working hard for you. And when the fleet comes, I know I'm gonna block every round they ever throw. And when we take heat, you know I'm gonna be the ship that comes down to save you. And if they sink me, well, you know I'm gonna be the ship that takes one more with me. 'Cause I would block 800 rounds, and I could block 800 more just to be the ship that took 1,600 rounds before I up and blow. Now, now, when they pen me, I know I'm gonna be the warship tells them all fuck you. And when they struck me, I know I'm gonna be the ship that fires torpedoes. When I go out, well, you know I'm gonna be the ship that's shooting torpedoes. When they sink me, yes, I know I'm gonna be the ship that sinks a couple more. Gonna be the ship that sinks way fucking more. 'Cause I would block 800 rounds, and I would block 800 more just to be the ship that took 1,600 rounds before I up and blow. Now, now.